Yo, we are back with another Anime Vanguards video. And yo, I finally got Dio. And it turned out to be shiny. Yo, one thing that actually makes me so mad, bro. We go on my Dio, we go to the index, 1,000 rerolls, and I didn't get a Monarch. I'm gonna have to go to pity, man. And I'm not gonna lie, bro, those 500 rerolls are gonna take way too long for me to obtain. So I'm just gonna do a showcase without Monarch. You know, just show you guys how OP he is without Monarch. Because, you know, everyone does a showcase with Monarch. So why not just do one without Monarch? You know what I mean? Just so like people like me that don't have Monarch can see how good he really is. Alright, let's go into infinite mode. Let's try him out. Alright, we are in the sandbox. So let's get as much money as possible. Alright, he is a 3.5k placement. Just place him, you know, just right here. Just place him right here. Just take a look at him, bro. Oh my god. Yo, it sucks that he doesn't have a cosmetic. Cause imagine how sick this cosmetic would be. Nah, bro, they soared by not giving him a cosmetic. They gotta give him a cosmetic, bro. So, let's see. He's starting off with 14,000 damage. And this God Arrive thing, it spawns a stand over time. So right now he's standless, right? But if I were to use this God Arrives, his stand would be behind him and he would have more damage. But first, we're just gonna showcase the, you know, the standless version. Alright, so let's see his first ability right over here. His first ability, it's just so cool. Like, I know I'm glazing, but like, bro, they went all out. Okay, let's go to his next ability. His next ability is gonna be doing, it's gonna be full AoE, 30,000 damage. Let's see his, I think we just saw it, but we missed it. No, man. Oh, so it looks like some type of time stop, but it's not actually a time stop, obviously. So let's go to his last ability, and he's doing 300,000 damage. Yo, what? Let's compare this to like a Monarch Broly or something. Monarch Broly has a 29k DPS. Oh my god. A Dio with no trait. This is technically no trait. A Dio with no trait has a higher DPS than a Monarch Broly. He just power creeped a Monarch Broly. Okay, never mind. He went up. That's because of his passives. But like raw damage from the beginning, he's basically in almost doing more DPS than a Monarch Broly. That's just raw damage, no passives. Yo, we got power creep like crazy. See, compared to a Sukuna. Sukuna has a 67,000. Okay, yeah, he is not beating Sukuna in that. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so, this thing over here, the reality rewrite. So, he has two different forms. He has the God Arrive form, and so it's the Standless form, like I said, and the Stand form. Both of these forms, they both have different passives. First, let's do the passive of this one. So, reality rewrite, which is this ability right over here. This unit has a menu that allows a player to select a status effect to apply on hit. Anytime this unit attacks an enemy inflicted with a status effect, buffs damage by 50% for 10 seconds, it cannot stack. Your reality's mine. On takedown, spawns a defeated enemy as a summon with 50% of this unit's damage with a 2-second cooldown. Grants immunity to status debuff. So these are already the summons that we are having. This guy's a summoner too. Yo, he is broken. Now, last one is the It Was Me. When this unit is placed or swapped in, time stops all enemies on the map for 10 seconds. It can only occur 3 times per match. So without the standard version, this guy is a summoner. What? Look how much HP they already have. Oh my god. Yo, imagine how more broken he would be with a Monarch. Oh my god, I'm missing out. Let's take a look at this ability right over here. So you can apply anything. Think of this like remove from Enemy Last Stand, but he doesn't have all of these at once. You can only equip one at a time. So if I equipped slow, it would do a slow effect. Obviously I can't see because they have too low HP. The HP is way too low. But if I were to do freeze, it would do a new status, new status, new status, new status. So you can't have all of these on at once. So let's say there's a boss that has way too overpowered regen. Just use rupture, which is permanent. Obviously it's a permanent effect. And then look, he has rupture on him right now. It's a permanent effect, so it would just always be there until the unit dies. So yeah, this is absolutely broken. Like this could be used for like almost every game mode, man. He's a must-need unit for everything. All right, so now let's use the God's Arrive. Let's use a swap thing. All right, here is his stand form with a stand. So now it's called Dio Above Heaven. Oh my god, the effects are crazy. Oh my god. Just disable the waves real quick. You know, let's see this. He's doing 400,000 damage. So he does do more DPS than a Monarch Broly. No, this is actually insane. And he almost does more. 10,000 more DPS, and he's doing as much as a Monarch Sukuna. The power creep is crazy, bro. This is deserved. You don't even need Monarch on this unit. This is the most free-to-play unit in the game. Oh my god. Okay, so let's look at the passives. Gains the ability Above Heaven, which is right over here. When Above Heaven is activated, increase damage by 50% for 90 seconds. The one above on takedown Reduce the cooldown of Above Heaven by 0.2 seconds. Grants immunity to status effects. Yo. So on takedown, he can lower the cooldown for his ability, bro. This is crazy. Rewrite the Heaven. When this form is swapped in, increase damage by 50% for 60 seconds. So, time stops all enemies on the map for 10 seconds. So, wait, there are 2 Dios? Wait, what? There are 2 Dios. There's one Dio over here, and there's another Dio right over here. There's 2 Dios. Wait, what? How is there 2 Dios? Wait, did I miss something? No, that's gotta be a bug. No way. Okay, let's test this out. And boom. Let's spawn in Itachi. There you go. Let's use the Above Heaven. Boom. He's doing 400,000 damage with it. Alright, y'all. That is basically going to be it. This unit is broken. And with Monarch, bro, he's unstoppable. He's not getting power key for like the next 30 updates. So that's an exaggeration, obviously. But, man. Then you can just switch it right back. Oh, the Standless is just still there. So if I switch it again, it would just be 2 different Dios. Oh, no. That was a bug. Okay, yeah. Obviously, it was a bug. I don't know what I was thinking. We got the Standless thing again. We use the Above Heaven. He's doing 600k actually. So that other thing was weird. So he's actually doing 600,000 damage. 600k. Bro, what? Anyways, y'all, that is basically going to be it for the vid. Dio is absolutely broken even without a Monarch. But you don't even need Monarch for him to do over 500,000 damage. This guy does more damage than a Monarch Broly. Anyways, y'all, that is basically going to be up. Y'all enjoyed. This is an amazing update. Anime Vanguards never upsets, bro. Anyways, peace out. Goodbye.